In today's Reddit cheating story, we're going to dive deep into a personal story of love, distance, and betrayal. After over a decade together and 3 years of marriage, OP faces a heart-wrenching revelation when the long-distance nature of his relationship leads to his wife hooking up with another man. But will this be the end of everything? To find out how this story ends, get yourself a coffee and grab a bowl of popcorn so we can get into it. Me and my wife have been together for over a decade, but we've only been married for 3 years. We've been long distance for roughly a year now, with some short trips in between to see each other. And the first 6 months were fine. Nothing seemed wrong. We didn't have any arguments or anything, but about 5 months ago, my wife started feeling distant and was replying to my text a whole lot less than normal. She'd occasionally leave me on read for hours upon end, which at first was mildly annoying, but I didn't think much of it until she started doing it often. She was hanging out with a group of friends a lot around this time, so I just thought she was busy and wanted to live in the moment, so I didn't really question it for a while. After a few weeks of this, I told her that I was starting to feel uncomfortable with the group of friends she was hanging out with, because I thought some of them didn't have the intention of just being friends. I also let her know that I was upset with her hardly replying or calling me anymore, and her response devastated me, as she said sorry for being distant, but the reason was because she was looking into divorce because she was unhappy with our marriage. She went on to say that I didn't provide her with enough love, and I wasn't doing the little things that she wanted. This isn't a new thing, as she's brought this up in the past, and we've worked on it. I'm a very apathetic person who never really shows their emotions. While she says that I've got better over the years, it still isn't enough for her, as I don't make her feel special. After talking some more, we decided to wait until we were back together to see how things would go. Just so you know, this would be roughly 2 months since she told me that she wanted a divorce. During this time, we'd had a few arguments about whether getting divorced was the right course or not. I finally moved to where she was, and the last few days have been amazing. We haven't fought at all and have been getting along, joking around, just like we did when we first started dating. Still, though, I was having bad thoughts in the back of my mind about what she was doing during the times she wasn't replying to me, and while I'm not proud of it, the other night she fell asleep and I went through her phone. It took me less than 30 seconds to find solid evidence of her cheating, and I spent the next hour going through everything. I found out that she'd been dating another guy for a few months and sleeping with him, all while still talking to me. She was even sexting this guy on one of her trips to come see me, telling her best friends that she no longer had feelings for me and wanted to be with this other guy. This absolutely shattered me, so I woke her up in the middle of the night and confronted her about the pictures she had with this other guy. At first, she was angry that I went through her phone, but later started to cry, saying that she regretted it and that she made a mistake. I was just so angry that I wanted her gone, but it's been a few days now, and I've seen her multiple times. She's even spent the night twice. She's broken down crying, saying that everything was just so confusing, and she didn't feel the way she said she did in her text messages. She said that she'd do anything to repair our marriage, but I told her that I didn't believe her, which made her break down and cry even more. I love this girl to death. She's all I've ever wanted, and I never imagined a life without her. I'm so devastated, angry, confused, depressed, and every other emotion you could think of because of her cheating. My heart wants to take her back, because every time I see her, I fall right back in love with her. But at the same time, I see her and think about the text messages and pictures that I found in her phone. I really don't know what I should do about all this. I think OP should make a quick exit from this marriage. While his wife has all the waterworks now, she wasn't shedding any tears when she was bent over for this guy and he was railing her from behind. Pardon my crudeness, but that's exactly what was happening there. All the talk she is giving about repairing the marriage was nowhere to be found when she didn't risk losing everything, so there's no need to believe anything she has to say now. Everything that OP's wife did was a choice. She didn't mistakenly fall into bed with this guy over and over again. This will be an event that's always hanging over OP's head. So wouldn't he be much better off building a life with someone he trusts, someone who wants him just as much as he wants them?